want to tell you what one of the students of the Rav Yisrael Salanta said. His name was Rav Yitzhak Blazer. He said like this. What a genius thing. He writes like this. You know what it means connecting yourself to the Sibur? You know what it means to making yourself communal? Public service. You work for the Sibur. You do something for the Sibur. Volunteer to some organization that benefits the Sibur, that benefits people. He doesn't say exactly what. It could be a Hazan, it could be a rabbi, it could be the attendant in the synagogue, it could be a volunteer at the local Bikur Olim, it could be serving on the board of directors of the yeshiva, it could be in fundraising. There's many ways where a person can find his niche in serving the Sibur. So asks Rabbi Yitzhak Blazer, how does that protect the person from judgment? So he says like this. We have a pasuk. El emunah ve'en avel, tzaddik ve'yashar hu. The pasuk says, Hasur tamim pa'olo ki chol derachav mishpat. God is justice. God is perfect. God is honest. God is proper. God is correct. El emunah ve'en avel. There is no iniquity in his justice. There is no crookedness. There's no perversion in his justice. Ask the rabbis, if you're telling me that God is Tamim, if God is Tzedek, do you have to tell me that his justice has no perversion? It's like I'm saying, this man over, he's honest, he has integrity, he's decent, he's not crooked. Of course, if you tell me he's honest, he's decent, and he's straight, so he's not crooked. What does that mean, the pasuk? Hasur tamim pa'olo ki chol derachav mishpat el emunah ve'en avel. You should know God has no iniquity, no perversion. So you know what he says? A person goes to court in this world. There's a judgment against him. Whatever crime he committed. So the court finds him guilty. The jury finds him guilty. They sentence him to a 5-year sentence in jail. So the defense lawyer gets up and says, wait, my dear judge, it's not fair what you're doing. Yes, he committed the crime. Yes, he's guilty. But by putting him in jail for 5 years, you're punishing his wife. What did his wife do? The poor wife is Sadeka. She stays home reading Tehillim all day long. So now by putting him in jail, you make his wife a widow. My dear judge, what did the children do? The children are innocent. You're going to make these children orphans? Why do they deserve that their father should be sent to the slammer? They didn't do anything. Borei Olam. Not only that, his poor friends. The guy had a card game on Tuesday nights, Navdil. And that's it. He's the fourth guy now. You ruined the game for them. What did they do? They're innocent. They're not so innocent. And what about his employer? The guy was a worker. The guy came in 9 to 5 every day, was a salesman. Now you're going to punish his employee, also has to go find another help? So what is the judge going to say? Hey, listen, we can't take into calculation everybody's loss over here, which means otherwise if you're going to start doing that, nobody will ever go to jail. We can only judge the victim, the crimer, the criminal. Everybody else, yeah, it's justice, but it has perversion in the justice. It's not a full justice because it's really not fair. It's justice to the criminal, but not to the peripheral. It's not a full justice across the board. Some people are going to get hurt unjustifiably in the court of law, yes? But listen how God runs the world. Yishtabach Shem Olad. God runs the world. He will not bring a punishment on a person unless justice is met across the board. Which means a person, Barminan, is supposed to die. God says, if he's going to die, it's going to affect his wife. If his wife does not deserve that pain, of having to lose a husband, even though the husband's guilty. God says it's not perfect justice. He lives. If the children don't deserve that pain, he lives. Not only that, the friends don't deserve the pain. He lives. The employer. Should I tell you how far it goes? Somebody passes away, so there's a friend that he had 15 years ago that hears the news, and the guy says, what? So-and-so passed away? Oy. If that guy didn't deserve that, oy, this guy can't die. You know what I'm telling you? In God's courtroom, it's Hatsur Tamim Paolo Kichol Derachav Mishpat. It's justice ve'en ave, without perversion. It's justice like the pasuk says, Tzadeku Yahdav. Justice is met across the board. It's unbelievable how perfect Borei Olam is. That's why the Gemara says in Pesachim, Ehad b'bnei habura shemet yid'ad kol habura. Why? The Gemara says if one of the group dies, the whole group should be worried. What does that mean? The whole group should be worried. The simple interpretation I always understood is because that means the Satan visited the group. So it was a close call. They took one of the groups. Everybody has to be scared. You were just visited by the Satan, so you got off by the skin of your teeth. You got to be scared. But you know what the depth is? If one of the group dies, the whole group has to be concerned because the group shares in the guilt. Because if the group didn't deserve that grief of having one of their members be lost, it wouldn't have happened. Therefore, yid'ag because there's a responsibility on you. Hear what's being said? So comes the rabbi and says an amazing hidush. I want to live. So you know what the secret is? The more people that are dependent on me, and the more people that rely on me, and the more people that are connected to me, the better odds that somebody in that extended group is not going to be deserving of me getting punished. So therefore I have a better chance of being exonerated in justice, in judgment. You hear the calculation? I'll say it again in different words. If I'm a selfish person, so all I care about is myself. So God says it's easy to knock this guy off. You don't affect too many people. Hey, he has no friends. He's a recluse. He's a hermit. Nobody's even know he passed on. So it's easy to knock the guy off. But if this guy, let's say, is running the yeshiva, or he's running the synagogue, or he's running the local organization, whether it's the mikveh or whether it's the social services organization, whatever it may be. Or he's involved in charity collecting for a yeshiva or an institution, wherever it may be. So now there's people relying on him. Now all those kids in the yeshiva, they need this guy. This guy becomes now almost to them, he's exclusive to them. He's irreplaceable. They need him. So Borei Olam says, well, even though according to his record he deserves to be taken away, can't take him away. It's going to affect innocent people. They don't deserve his demise. Therefore he lives. It's unbelievable. We figured out a way over here how to go beat justice. I don't know if it's allowed what I'm saying over here, but the great rabbi said it. I mean, I'm quoting the great Hakamim over here. If you work for the Sibur, you live. In whatever capacity it may be. Volunteerism. That's the key for having a good judgment. It's one of the keys.